Welcome to Mackenzie Creations. In this video, we are going to do a couple cards working with the Diamond Press Stay Groovy set. And I'm just going to hold up this instructional sheet. I am so excited to use this. I want to do a card using the lava lamp right here, and then also a card using a little minivan. So I'll hold this up so you can see it. And there's so much that you can do with this set. I did a prior video on the unboxing if you haven't had a chance to look at that yet. And so on the back, they just give you more examples and instructions. So I normally get my card base and layer together first, but I think I'm going to wait till last to do that because I want to color first, and then I'm going to pick out my card layer and base. So we're going to get started. I'm going to get things put to the side and I'll be back. Okay, I am back and I have my stamp platform and I have me some paper. So I'm just going to cut this down. And I had picked up these Crafter Companion scissors from a warehouse sale. So this is my first time using these. We'll see how they work. Everyone says how good their scissors are. And I think these are the smaller ones. They have some bigger ones as well, but they cut fine. So I'm gonna get my stamps off of here. So it's this one right here. I'm gonna get the lava lamp and then a van. And it's so funny, I had went to a vintage toy store because my son wanted to get some Transformers for his birthday. And they had in the window this lava lamp. They had a really big lava lamp and it was pink and orange. So I think I'm going to use those colors for the lava lamp. When I saw that, I just immediately thought about this card set. Okay, I am back and I have my paper on the stamp platform with my magnets holding the paper down. So I'm going to get my stamps on here. And I'm just going to space them apart because I have to cut these out with my dies. So I'm going to get my Crafter's Companion ink right here. And we're going to ink up the stamp. And I've had this ink for a couple years. It really holds up well. I probably should have left a little space because I have to cut these out with my die, and I practically put it up to the end, but we'll see how it does. Okay, I'm going to have to stamp this again. Okay, I am back and I had a really difficult time stamping, so I actually had to turn my camera off and try to get this done. So this is the first stamp, and I actually had to use my VersaFine ink because it's more prominent, and the truck just totally got too dark because I'm trying to color this in, and so I don't think I want to use this one. And then this is the second one. You can see in part of the van right here, it didn't stamp all the way through. And then this is not perfect either. But I'm just going to go with it because I do want to color these in and die cut them out. So I'm going to get some markers. So I have these tri-blend markers from Crafter's Companion. And I'm just going to pick some colors out that I like, and I'll be back. Okay, so I picked out my 2 markers that I'm going to use. And I like these tricolor markers because usually the markers will be all in the same color family. So you will have like dark, medium, and light. But with these, they actually give you different colors that go together, which is really nice. So I'll just hold this up again, and you can see that they're different colors and they blend together. So this is really a nice set. And then I also picked up this black ink pen, and I'm going to try to fix this stamp right here where the lines didn't come all the way through. So I'm just going to try my best to just fill in this empty space. Okay, so we have that done. And so I'm just going to color quietly, and then I'll probably add some music to the background when I edit. So I'm going to start coloring now. Okay, so I am finished coloring the lava lamp, and I think I need a better paper for the coloring of the tricolor markers, but it came out okay. So next I'm gonna color the van, and again I'm just gonna color silently. Okay, I am back and I have the van colored in, so I'll just hold it up. So my methods of coloring is all over the place, as you can see, but I got it colored in. And then I left this blank because I think they have some stamps where you can stamp in a license plate. So I'm actually gonna find the dies to this so we can get this cut out. So when you put your die on here, it's sharp side down. And then I have the van right here. And with these, you don't have to color. You can just use like color paper. So if you don't want to color, you don't have to. You can just stamp them on color paper and then die cut these out. Okay, so I'm going to get these taped down because we don't want this to move when we run them through our die cutting machine. And I'm going to get some tape on the van right here. And I'm not really in love with the colors I use for the van. I thought the markers were going to be a little bit lighter for some reason. Okay, so I'm going to get my marquise machine and let me find a cutting folder. All right, so we're gonna get this ran through the machine. Okay, so that cut out nice. So let's get the lava lamp cut out. All right, so I'm gonna get cleaned up and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back, and I think for my card base, I'm gonna use black paper for both the cards. And then I'm gonna make my own layer. They had some stencil in this set, so I'm gonna get my card base cut down to 5 by 7, and then I'll get my layer cut down, and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back, and I cannot find my bone folder to score my paper with. I can't even find my paper that is pre-scored. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take time to get my table clean. I have a huge craft table and it's nearly filled. So I have to take some time to get everything put away because I can't function. So I'll come back tomorrow and finish this video. But for right now, I really have to get some type of organization because my table is an absolute mess and I can't find anything. Okay, I am back and it's actually Saturday morning. I was able last night to get my table cleared off, so I'm so happy about that. I think I was a little frustrated yesterday because I had a long work week and I just wanted to come down and craft. That really relaxes me. And so when things were just everywhere and I couldn't find anything, I got a little frustrated. So today is a better day. I was able to find both my bone folders, which I'm really happy about. So I went ahead and cut my card base down. So this is the card base I cut down in black. And then I did a white layer, and this is what we're going to do the stenciling on. So I did 2 of these. So we're going to get started. I'm actually just going to look through this stencil right here that was provided in the kit, and I'm going to pick out 2 of these, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I picked out my stencil. So I'm going to use the little flower stencil, and then I'm also going to use this wavy stencil. And I did get me an additional mat for when I stencil, just to keep my main mat clean. And then, so I have that. And then I brought over a bunch of different ink colors. So what I'm trying to go for, so for the lava lamp, I think I'm going to use the wavy pattern like they have here. This card is very cute, so I'll do that. And I think I'll use the same colors, the orange, the yellow, and the pink. And then for the van, I'll use the flower stencil. So we're going to get started. Let me just get my stencil, and I'm going to go horizontal, because if I go vertical, it doesn't fit my whole 5x7 paper. And so I don't want to have to keep moving that down. So I'm just going to flip it horizontally. So hopefully that'll work out okay. So I'm actually just going to tape this down. I guess I still have to move this down because I'm going to fill up the whole paper. So either way, I'll have to move it. So it's just your preference, but I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to use my Diamond Press ink pads. So let's get this opened up. So I have a lot of different colors in here. And let's see, I'm definitely going to get the yellow out. And then they have 2 shades of pink. I think I'll go with the darker pink. So I'll have to get this open because I never used this one before. I used the lighter pink. And then what did I say? Orange. And so for the orange, I'll have to use my Crafter's Companion ink pad. So we'll do that. So let's get started. I think I'll start off with the orange. Okay, so I have a new ink sponge right here. And so I'm just gonna rub through the stencil here, through the lines. And you can do like 1 wave line, but I'm doing 2 wave lines. Oh. And I just messed up right here. I got ink on the card down here. But I'm not going to worry about it because I can cover this up. But just be a little bit careful. Okay, so we got that first layer down. And then next, I'm going to do the pink. And I'll have to get this open. Okay, so we're going to get a new sponge on. And I really like the stencil because you can create your own background pattern. There's so many ways that you can do this. Okay, next we'll use the yellow. And I probably should have used one of the smaller daubers that I have because the waves are kind of close together. So just keep that in mind too. Okay, so I am going to continue to do the rest of the card, but I just want to hold this up. So this is what it looks like with the waves. I hope you can see that. I kind of went overboard with the ink right here. It kind of went off of my stencil. But like I said, that'll be okay because I'm going to cover it up anyway. So I'm going to take a few minutes. I'm going to get this cleaned off. I'm going to get my stencil cleaned off. And then I'm just going to repeat this going down the whole layer. So I'll do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have this layer all done with my stencil design. So I think this came out pretty good. And like I said, I do have little ink blotches, you know, that's in here, but I'm going to cover those up, so I'm not really worried about that. But this is so cute. I like this design. So while this dries, we're going to get started on the next stencil. So let me get my second layer. And then I'm going to use this little flower stencil right here. And I'm just going to do random colors, and they can all blend in. And I'm going to use this with the car. So I'm going to try to pick out some colors. I think I'll still use this pink. I'm going to use this pink right here. And maybe a green. I have a green right here. And also, let's see, I do have a blue, like a dark blue, or I'm wondering if I should go with a turquoise color. We'll see. We'll see how that looks. So let's get started. So I'm going to get my little dauber here. And I'm just going to take the tops off of my ink. So I'm going to start with pink, and I'm not going to even tape these down because I'm just going to do like random shades. And I'm just going to move this around. Then I'll do some smaller ones. So I'm going to do all one color. Okay, so I am done with the pink. And next I'm going to get my green. I need to clean this off. Okay, so I'm just going to repeat the steps with the green and then the blue. So I'll get this done and I'll be back. Okay, so I have my second layer done, and I'll just hold this up. So I just randomly put down the flowers with the stencil design that I had. And so I'm going to let these two dry. And I'm going to take a moment to just rinse my stencil out, get those all cleaned up. And then I think what I'm also going to do is I'm going to go through my stamps, and I'm going to pick out some sentiments. Go ahead and get those stamped and cut out. And then on the van right here, they have little license plates right here at the top. So I'll get that stamped down. And when I come back, we're going to start putting the card together. So I'll be right back. Okay, I am back and I have everything together. I have my layers dried, and then I stamped and cut a few sentiments. I also cut out some shapes, some hearts, and then some flowers right here. and then some strips just in case I want to break this pattern up. So we'll see, but I just cut everything out. So when I came back, we can start putting the card together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get these layers glued down. So I always like to use the Crafter's Companion Kaleo glue for my layers, just because it gives me time to maneuver it around if I need to on my card base. I can't believe it's December already. This year has went by really quickly. Okay, I'm going to get this next layer glued down. Okay, so now that I have my 2 layers glued down, I'm literally going to take a few minutes just to see how I'm going to position everything on my card. And so I'll just play around with this. Like I said, I cut these little strips out just in case I want to like break up this layer right here. So I'm going to just play around with this for a few minutes, and I'll come back with all of these glued down. And then I'll probably add some gems on here. So I'll come back with the final look of the card. I'm just going to just play around with this for a few minutes and get everything together. Okay, I am back with the final look of the card. So we'll go over the one with the little minivan first. I think this came out really cute. Initially, I didn't like my colors when I had colored the van, but now that it's done, I think it came out cute. So what I did was I decorated my own layer using the stencil that came in this set. And of course, I stamped and colored the van. And then I stamped this sentiment, peace, love. And then I just used some of the dies in this kit, like the flowers, cut a few out. And then I cut some strips out, so I used this as a little driveway. And then I added some gemstones throughout the card. So I think this came out really cute. Okay, the second card that I did was a lava lamp. So I made my own background on the layer using the stencil that came in the kit. And then again, I just stamped the sentiment right here. I lava you lots. And then I cut out a strip again just to break up the pattern and just glued everything down. I cut out some of the hearts using the die that came in the set. And then I also added throughout these little enamel dots from Diamond Press. And so this was the first time I've actually used this, and I'm hoping they'll stick on pretty good. I'm not sure how much I like these. Like this one just came off. So we'll see. But these are from Diamond Press. And I picked up the fall color, and they have different colors in here. I used the orange and the yellow circles. They have different shapes in here. So I think this came out cute as well. So overall, this set is really cute. However, I did have a difficult time with the stamping. And so that was a little challenging. I don't know if it was just me, but I do like this set. I think it came out really nice. Take care and see you in the next video.